Okay.
Hey everyone, hi. I'm Mama Sita, and that is MJ Fisher over there, and I'm going to pass the baton to her. Bye.
Hey, hi everybody. So just so you girls know too, we record these hangouts, these get-togethers that we have, and we have them online. So if you want to go back through them or show them to family or whatever, we'll post the link of this video that we're going to do. Right now I'm going to introduce Wendy Kim. She's brought her kids with her, and as you know, sometimes our kids need us in the middle of this, and that might be the case, but otherwise she is a financial coach, which is something I think more than anything moms and parents need, but I think anybody needs help with their money. It's kind of hard to figure out how you're gonna buy groceries and clothes and all this other stuff. So she has a way that, lots of different ways that are tailored to different families that are gonna be helpful. And she's gonna kind of go through some of those tips today. And her company is called Your Dream Realized. And we actually did a hangout. OG and I do the weekly hangouts. They're called Live with Mama Tribe. They're on Thursday morning. You guys are probably in school. Thursday at 10 every Thursday, and we had Wendy on. And so without further ado, I'm going to give it over to her, and she can talk to you more about what she does with money coaching and how it can help you. So come on. Thank you. Yeah. And then we've got you on camera here. Okay. So you'll see yourself on the screen. Okay. Or I can bring you up in the big screen too. There you are.
Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Wendy Kim. So the first thing I wanted to ask you is when you hear the word money, what is the first thing that kind of comes to mind? Yes.
I wish I had that.
Okay. Go ahead. Makeup. Okay. That's a good one. And anything else? Rent.
Responsibilities.
Yes.
Bills.
Yes. What feeling? Are there any feelings that come to mind?
Yeah.
Stress.
Yeah.
Tired.
I got wasted.
Work. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like what you're saying. Like for me, I call myself a recovering money-aholic because I grew up really bad with money my whole life.
What do you mean by bad? Like you didn't have it or you didn't spend
Well, no, my mom grew up, I'm Korean, and my mom grew up in Korea very poor. And so she came to America and she ended up marrying my stepdad, who was a business person, and he did very well. And she kind of went a little nutso. Like she's like, okay, let me buy the handbags, let me buy the car. She was really into like brand name cars, clothes. And she felt like, okay, if I have money, I'm just gonna spend on anything I can afford. And so I didn't really learn how to manage money. I just learned, okay, let me just ask my mom for money. And if I nag and whine and cry, eventually I'll get what I want. But then when I graduated from school, I had to actually survive on my own. And that was really hard because I hadn't learned in school how to manage money. Like I learned how to add and subtract and to do math and science and history, but I had never learned how to actually use money. And so what ended up happening is I just got into a situation where even though I was making pretty good money, I would just spend it. Like if I wanted clothes or something to eat, or I would just go out and spend it, but then I would feel super stressed because I'd be like, okay, I'm working hard here, I'm making some money, but I have no savings. I'm like, if something bad were to happen to me, what would I do? And so I just remember kind of fast forward, once I had kids, I had a home, I had a lot more expenses. And still, even though I was making a good salary, I was still living paycheck to paycheck. And I got to the point where even though I had a good salary and a good job, because of my car payments, my mortgage payment, because of all these bills that I had, I was worried, like, what could happen? Like, maybe I could lose my home, maybe I could even be on the street, even though I was making good money, because I didn't learn the skills to actually manage my money. And so what ended up happening is I was super stressed and overwhelmed every night. I'd be worrying about how to pay the bills. And then my friend was like, okay, I think you need help. I think you should take this class. So I took a class on how to manage money, and it totally changed my life. And I went from not saving at all to saving and getting out of debt and being able to be in a position where I could actually give money to help other people. So I became super passionate about helping people learn skills on how to manage money. I think one of the big things that helped me, and hopefully this will help you guys, is people who look wealthy and rich actually may not be the wealthy and rich people. So I always thought, okay, if you have a nice car, if you have nice clothes, if you have nice shoes and a nice handbag, that means you're rich. But I read this book, it's called The Millionaire Next Door. And it talks about, oh, you're taking notes.
Sorry, we're the professor.
Okay.
And we're the college students.
So
we're supposed to be kind of taking Cornell notes.
Oh, okay,
so
cool. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah, you do put because you look wealthy.
BC is not for because.
Oh, it looks like a BE. Sorry, just keep going.
No worries.
If you're in a college class, professor says something you don't get it, you just keep rolling and ask them later.
I don't mind though. Like I'm very like casual. If they have questions, I'm cool with that. But so this book interviewed millionaires in America, and they actually found out that most millionaires drive a used car that they've paid for. They live in a modest home. They don't.
What does modest mean?
Modest means like a middle class, maybe a middle class neighborhood, not like Rancho Santa Fe or La Jolla or even Poway, maybe somewhere like Chula Vista or North Park or parts. It's not like you would look at this person and you wouldn't think they were a millionaire, but they actually are a millionaire. But the people who look like millionaires, typically, I can actually give an example of someone I know. He's a doctor. He went to medical school and undergraduate for college, so he has a lot of student loan debt. His wife also went to an expensive college and has a lot of student loan debt. They live in a very expensive home with a very high mortgage. They have an Acura, they have an Audi, but they are financing these cars. They took them out on loan. And so I know these people and they're very stressed and overwhelmed. So they look rich, but honestly, they're not. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is this concept is called net worth.
Sorry. That's like the technology.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna freak everyone out there.
Sorry.
No problem. So net worth is basically how much you have in assets minus your debt. So if you have, say, a 1.5 million, but you